How's it going, everyone? Famine52 back again, and today we are continuing on with Final Fantasy 13. Let's get going.
No sign of soldiers.
Guess lightning got their attention.
I wonder how Hope's doing.
They were headed towards Palimpolum. Kid's on his way home. You can bet on it.
Good for him. What's wrong?
It's good. If they manage to slip in quietly. All of Cocoon is in the grip of post-phobia. If a Lassie pops up on the radar, all hell will break loose.
They don't even know why they're scared.
Afraid of what they don't know. Afraid to find out more. It gets worse the older you get. I'm terrified of what'll happen. The world probably would be better off without post-Lassie. I mean, most of them.
Gee, thanks. Let's go.
Alright, everyone, welcome back. So in the last episode, Sazh and Vanille broke off from Hope and Lightning. Actually, let's reverse that. It's more like Lightning broke off from the rest of the party, then Hope followed her. And in doing so, caused a little bit of a personality crisis, I guess, in Lightning. Causing Lightning to get attacked by her Eidolon, known as Odin. So now Lightning has her Eidolon, and we are now with Sazh and Vanille, working our way through... What is this place actually called? The Vile Peaks Scrap Processing Plant. And as soon as we get here, what we want to do is basically turn back around and come the way we came. I mean, there's nothing really too important back here. But there is something that we want, which is right here. Which is, in fact, a Phoenix Down. So I believe that's what basically a 3,000 gil item. So if you want it, there it is. But anyway, moving on through this area, we are going to have a couple brand new enemies. The first one that we really need to watch out for, we can actually see it on our screen right now. That is called a bomb, and much like bombs in every other Final Fantasy game, they will blow up on you if given the chance. So we want to take them out as fast as possible. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at our paradigms. Commando Ravager, alright. Synergist Saboteur, alright. Commando Medic, alright. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a Synergist Saboteur and a Ravager Medic, just to round things out. We do have a save point right here should you want to use it, but we do not need to right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the bomb. The bombs, of course, are going to be dealing fire damage, and that attack that they do right there, if they're able to get to full health with that attack, it will initiate their self-destruct. So we want to basically keep them as low as health as possible, just in case they are able to get off an explosion. And the lower their health, the less damage their explosion does. So just be aware of that. They do a little fire spin move that does heal them, and then once they get to a certain amount of health, they start trying to explode. Here we have another battle, this time against two bombs. Hey, and we got a Grim to Strike. So let's go ahead and see if we can't abuse that real quick. And we got one. We staggered the other. I doubt we're going to be able to get this off. Hey, nice. We were able to kill him before he exploded on us. That was actually very close. And I just remembered we actually have some CP to work with our group right here. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get Blitz for Sazh, because if we can, which we can, that is going to be very useful for those preemptive strikes that we are about to be getting. And now let's go ahead and head on over to Vanille. And what do we want to work on with Vanille? I feel like I started something. I started Ravager, apparently. So let's continue on with Ravager. Very well. That is as far as we can get to right now. So let's go ahead and hop down here.
Why don't we look a little closer?
And we have another one of these little mechanical things that we can activate right quick.
Nothing to it.
Hooray, Sazh!
Alright, we pull across a little bridge thing, giving us a little bridge that we can walk across. And here we have a Pulsework Soldier and a bomb off in the corner. Nice, we got a preemptive. So I know that normally I would target the Pulsework Soldier, but this time I'm actually going to target the bomb. Just because I want to take care of it. And we got off our stagger on the Pulsework Soldier anyway. That is not the right button. Go ahead and go to our dual caster. We're not going to be able to actually kill him this round anyway. But let's go ahead and go to Synergist Saboteur real quick.
Go, girl!
Just so that we could attempt... Yeah, as soon as that shell hits, we're going to go straight to Slash and Burn. Build up that stagger a little bit before going back to dual caster. And we're going to stagger him and then take this guy out if he doesn't die beforehand. Yeah, if that bomb had got a chance to explode in our face, this would have been really bad. But now the Pulsework Soldier is staggered, so he should be dead right there.
Thought, huh?
Very well, very well. Alright, now, looking around here, if you look off the edge of certain places or just look at the way various things are set up, you will notice things like this right here that looks like it should be a staircase that we cannot currently activate. We will eventually be able to come back and activate that. We just have some things that we need to do in story before we're able to do that. And Vanille just kind of cued us in right there. It does in fact need power. So once we activate some power in the area, we will be able to get quite a fair bit of treasures actually. And we'll actually have an ability to do a little bit of a CP farm. Nope. Can I get away? Can I get away? I got away. Let's go ahead and open this treasure chest up here for an Auric Amulet. I'm not 100% sure what that is, actually. It's an accessory that casts shell when HP is low. Functions only once per battle. So it's critical shell. If you feel like you need that, go ahead and equip it. I think that we should be good though. And let's focus on these bombs real quick. At least one of these bombs is probably going to explode on us. Here's hoping that it doesn't kill us outright, which it did not.
You got this,
So let's go ahead and go to our yin and yang as Sazh dies.
Ducks finally run out.
Well, that's unfortunate, but it happens. So let's go ahead and try this battle again. and probably do some minorly different tactics. Again, we're going to focus on the bomb here to begin with. And then let's just instantly go into yin and yang to make sure we are as healed up as possible. We actually probably could have killed him had we just focused on attacking, but it's always better to be safe than sorry. So with our health topped off, let's go back to slash and burn. Stabilize the stagger gauge. And then after this next round of attacks, we will go ahead and put a dual caster to get this soldier staggered, and we know how to go from there. Yeah, so there are a few places in the game where I tend to do a little CP grinding. And this area is one of them, so once we set up the area to a point where we can do some CP farm, I will show you what I do. And then if you guys choose to do it, you definitely can. Though I personally will not be leaving this area until we are maxed out on all of our various roles. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to say, but it was, and now we're here. Let's go ahead and hop down the ledges and move on over here. Across the stonework, if you will, and we are about to get introduced to another new enemy type. These guys are called the Gremlins.
Let's put these babies to work.
And the Gremlins aren't too tough. They are basically the non-sanctum Zygords, or whatever they were called, that we were fighting in the Pulse Falsi, Lussie, whatever it is. But yeah, they're not too difficult. They go down real fast. There is a group of them up here, however, that can get a bit much. I can't remember if it's up here or later in the game. But there's a group of like 8 of them at one point, and like there's just something about that group. Like if you're not able to kill them fast enough, they start summoning more and more and more, and it gets real annoying. But they're not too difficult. Like honestly, Vanille can probably kill these guys by herself. And we got a thickened hide for that. But our real treasure is going to be this orb right here, containing an ember ring. So if you are worried about all of the fire damage that we have been taking in this area, go ahead and equip that ember ring. It will decrease fire damage by 20%.
Wow, look at that.
Can we get a preemptive on these guys? Nope. So let's go ahead and take out the Gremlins before working on the Pulsework Soldier.
Take that. Way to go, Sazh.
Yeah. These fights aren't too difficult quite yet, though if you're not paying attention, you can very easily die. So just pay attention to your health. Make sure you're not getting too low. And I'd say honestly probably about 2 rounds of attacking the soldier with Sazh as a commando. You could then go, I went to the wrong one. Well, anyway, I guess in this case 3 rounds as a commando. You could then go to dual cast and then stagger the soldier, and you should be pretty good. Because luckily, as we know by now, the Pulsework soldiers, once they get staggered, they're not able to do anything. So just get them staggered and build that gauge up before switching over to slash and burn if you still want to. I suppose it would be interesting to note right now if Saz's physical or magical attack is higher. Let's go ahead and take a look at that after this battle. Alright, stats. Yeah, so his magic attack is 83, at least with the weapons I have on him right now. And his strength is 71, so staying in dual cast probably for the best. Do we have anything that we can equip to you to increase your health or anything? I mean, we could equip the power wristband, making his strength 91. Though, I don't really think that's necessary. We could put on a silver bangle. You know, I'm going to go ahead and put on a silver bangle on Sazh. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the Magician's Mark on Vanille. Alright, so now at this point, if we look at our map, we can see that we have some weird little Uno skip symbols here in the middle, and then we have some event markers on the outside. So what we want to do is we want to go to the 4 event markers on the outside. And those are going to be generators that we need to activate in order to move on with the story. So let's go ahead and take care of them.
Guess running's out of the
And
question.
I feel like that should have been a preemptive strike, but I guess it wasn't. So just take out the bomb, then work on the pulse work soldier. I will have it known that even now, after we have had plenty of time to advance everybody's Crystarium past where they were, and we have a silver bangle on Sazh, Snow still has about 300 more hit points that, like, the last time we used it that Sazh does right now. Just figured I would point that out. Alright, this guy should be about to be staggered. There he goes. And it's basically over from here. Ooh, this guy might actually survive a stagger round. He did survive a stagger. I apparently did not hit him enough in commando. Oh well. He's not going to be able to take us down. Hopefully. And just for safety's sake, let's go ahead and do a 3rd commando round. And then back to dual caster. And take him out. And now he can't do anything. And there he goes. And 2 stars. Oh well. But anyway, after taking them down, come over here to the panel on the wall, activate it.
Better not electrocute myself.
And you will see that we activated something right there in the middle. So let's go ahead and work our way on over here to the other pulse work soldiers over here. And this is just going to be more of the same, so I will go ahead and cut this out and be right back. Alright, so after the battle, let's go ahead and activate the panel back here again.
Hope the wires aren't fried.
Activating something else in the middle over there. And something that I noticed in that last battle, this second tide turner down here, I actually meant to make that a Ravager Saboteur. I meant to make that an Undermine. So I messed up, but it is fixed now. And at this point, we want to continue on going around our circle. And we have a bomb and a pulse work soldier up here, so let's go ahead and take them down real quick. Alright, now that those guys are down, let's go ahead and activate this panel.
Pulse machines can't be that different.
And then around the circle, we have one more battle up here. This one is going to be against 2 bombs. So this one can be a little dicey, but hopefully we are able to take care of it relatively quickly. It is worth noting that, from my understanding, you do not actually gain any CP from a bomb that self-destructs. So if you are able to take them out before they self-destruct, that is always the best option. Though sometimes you just don't have that capability. Kind of like that. So in theory, I should not gain any CP here. Yeah, no CP gained. But we still win the battle, so let's go ahead and activate this.
Let's give this a shot. Gotta hit 4 control panels.
And doing that, we'll activate a thing in the middle.
Way to go!
Alright, so activating the generator in the middle of the map has also activated, or has also opened up a door, I should say. And it has also given us access to a treasure chest over here. So let's go ahead and activate the treasure chest for a Fortis Hall. Very nice. And let's go ahead and get in this fight right here against the 2 soldiers and the 2 bombs. Which I somehow got a preemptive on. Not quite sure how, but I'm not complaining. There's 1 bomb down. Let's see if we can get the 2nd bomb down. We got it staggered, so we should be able to get it down in theory. Alright, then now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and go to an undermine and work on one of the soldiers. And hopefully Vanille will, let's go ahead and go to Yin and Yang, get us healed up. And I'm going to go ahead and go to Slash and Burn right now. Stabilize that guy right before he dropped out of his the stagger gauge, so that's very nice. So let's go ahead and work this guy up on the stagger gauge, and we are completely ignoring the 2nd guy, and that is kind of scary because he just dealt 73 damage. We can only take so many more of those. So Yin and Yang, heal us up. Because I don't want to die to one of these guys right now. Especially because the game was kind enough to give us a kind of undeserved preemptive strike. Let's go ahead and take this guy out, and then we can focus on the last one. And 1 more round of attacks should do it. I'm probably going to need to heal up Vanille. Yep, there she goes. So let's go ahead and throw a Phoenix down. And let's go back to Undermine. Get this guy de-shelled and de-protected. There's the de-shell. And there's the de-protect, so Slash and Burn. And this guy, even though he doesn't know it yet, doesn't stand a chance. 1 more round of Commando, then we will go to Dual Caster, and it's over. And there it goes. He is staggered and might as well just forfeit now. There you go.
Yes!
Alright, so now if we want to, we are completely within our power to continue on with the game. However, we do not want to do that just yet. We instead want to backtrack to the beginning of the area for a couple of different reasons. First and foremost, a bunch of the enemies have respawned back there, so that is just free CP. But secondly, we now also have access to some different paths that we didn't have before, which will give us various items that we can now obtain. So we're going to go ahead and do that real quick. And it looks like in the few battles that we have done, we've already gained 445 CP. So it's not the quickest CP grind in the game, but it's better than nothing. And they are relatively easy battles.
Did you see that
from
coming?
this point on? At least in this area now that we've done these once before.
Yes!
There goes the gremlins. And then moving on forward. Past the save. I keep on calling them save spheres from Final Fantasy X, but even though I know that they're not actually spheres. We got nothing on this platform, correct? Correct, nothing on this platform. So let's go ahead and hop back up to the 2 bombs and the Pulsework Soldier. Our first death of the episode came by these guys. And by the time we are done doing our CP grind, these guys are not going to be any sort of challenge at all. Even though if we get too cocky, we will, of course, run the risk of being taken out by a cheeky sin. Like if both of the bombs happen to explode at the same time. But anyway, undermine on this guy, get that D-shell, D-protect on there. And then let's go ahead and go to Yin and Yang, get Vanille healed up. And then slash and burn to stabilize. Just a little bit more, and then dual cast, and he is done for. Yeah, with that D shell and stagger gauge climbing as fast as it does, we do so much damage to this guy. To the Pulsework Soldier, I should say. Alright, and now on this platform right here is going to be our first little side detour. So let's go ahead and activate this.
Elevator Master. And just like I planned it.
You planned for them?
Minor hitch.
Alright, so we have a couple gremlins and a couple Pulsework Soldiers. So let's go ahead and see if we can't get lucky and get a preemptive on these guys. I doubt we will, but worth a hope. Hey, we did. Very nice. Yeah, sometimes patience in this game is a virtue. So let's go ahead and take out the gremlins to the best of our abilities. By the way, the gremlins are weak to fire, lightning, and wind, and they take half damage from ice and water. Other than that, they are relatively unremarkable. As you can see. Alright, and now we just have the 2 Pulsework Soldiers, and we will be on our way. But this is a fight we have seen plenty of times, so we'll be back once we're done with the fight. Alright, so after taking them down, we do not have a treasure chest up here, but we do have another panel that we can activate. Causing a staircase to descend. So let's go ahead and descend the staircase. all the way down to this other panel over here, which, once activated, will descend another staircase to 3 Pulsework soldiers this time. And this battle can be a little tough because we have 3 Pulsework soldiers. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and pop a Fortisol and a Deceptisol. If you have enough of the Aegisols and you want to go ahead and pop one of those, go ahead and do so. I don't think we need to. This should be enough. We're going to start off with a preemptive strike, and we'll basically be able to take out one of these guys basically right away. And if we get lucky with the blitz, we might even stagger 2 of them. But no. Can I? Alright, so that guy did end up getting staggered. Let's go ahead and just switch to dual caster and focus on the one that we just staggered, while the other one is locked down. I know that we are kind of wasting a stagger on that other guy back there, but I'd much rather deal with 2 of them at once than have to deal with all 3 of them at once. And at this point, we're going to go to Undermine. And there's the D shell. Can we get a D protect off on him?
Holding up, kiddo. Follow the old
I
man's
don't know
lead.
if we can, but let's go ahead and make sure Vanille stays healed. And then go to dual caster. Or not. Wow. Go ahead and go back to Undermine real quick. See if we can't get a D shell or a D protect off on this guy. And Vanille isn't even targeting him, so slash and burn it is. So with him stabilized, we're going to cure up. And dual cast. And he should be down here any second now. There he goes. And this last one already has D-Shell, D-Protect. So we're just going to go straight into Slash and Burn. Stabilize his stagger gauge. 2 rounds of attacks from this. And then go straight into Dual Cast. And he'll be done in a moment. Especially because now we have the stuff that increases our magical attacks. Like, we are already doing 600 damage to him. And Vanille's doing 8, so. With them down, we have access to this little storage facility right here and treasure chest. And this treasure chest contains 6 vials of vibrant ooze. So very nice. Nothing else we can do right here, so let's go ahead and continue back onto our path to the beginning of the stage. Hanging a left right here. And here we have another bomb enemy that we will take out. Bomb with a Pulsework soldier, of course. And let's go ahead and hit this guy a few times as a commando. Go on to Undermine. And battle's basically over. I'll see you at the end. Alright, now with those guys down, let's go ahead and activate this panel over here.
Tap a couple keys and...
And now we have a ladder up to this new section over here. So let's go ahead and do some exploration. Looks like we have 3 bombs and a Pulsework. So this battle can be a little dicey. Here's hoping that we can get a fortuitous blitz. Which it doesn't look like we were able to get as fortuitous a blitz as I would have liked. So let's go ahead and go to Yin and Yang and hope for the best. Hope for the best. Come on, Vanille. Aww.
Ducks finally run out.
Oh well, that is no big deal. But that is what I mean by if we get unlucky, weird things can happen. So let's go ahead and fight these guys again. Let's go ahead and start off with the same tactics we did before. And this time I'm going to go straight into yin and yang to keep us healed up, much like we did before. Son of a bitch.
Ducks finally run out.
Yeah, these bomb enemies can definitely be a pain in the ass. If you want to, you could pop some more of your shrouds. I'm gonna go ahead and give this one more shot before I try and do that, because sometimes it really is just the luck of the draw on where everybody goes. Like, ow.
Not bad.
Let's go ahead and go to yin and yang.
Keep it together, Pop.
Alright, so Vanille is down, but we survived the onslaught of explosions. So, while good that we survived, bad that we had to waste the Phoenix down, at least from here things are pretty straightforward. So, undermine the pulse work, and things are basically over. If I can get a D-Protect. There we go. Now, I know I don't need a D-Protect because I'm not really using physical attacks. I am staying in Ravager and all of my attacks are magical. The more times that Saboteur is going to hit the Pulse Force Soldier, the longer it's going to be stabilized. So I tend to use the D-Protect as a timing mechanism. It is not necessary by any means. If you find that you are having difficulty waiting for that D-Protect to go off, go ahead and skip it. It is by no means necessary. But that group of relatively difficult enemies was guarding 8 iron shells, which does not sound like that good of a treasure. But once we start upgrading all of our weapons, that it will be very useful to have stuff like that. And now at this point, I just continue on to the beginning of the stage. There are no more stairs or lifts for us to activate to the best of my knowledge. But let's go ahead and go to the beginning of the stage just to make sure of that.
Way to go, Sazh.
Did you see that coming?
Can we kill this guy before he explodes? Nope. Alright, and it looks like we're going to have one more battle before we get to that first safe sphere. So let's go ahead and take care of this guy. And there he goes. Alright, and then now at this point, what I end up doing is I will always run at least up to like that first jump for like this jump right here, like continue all the way up here, and then I will turn around and run all the way back to the generator room, take care of all of those enemies down there, and just basically do a loop that way. There are a few battles that I will avoid along the way, like that battle with 3 bombs and the Pulsework Soldier and the 3 Pulsework Soldiers. I will tend to avoid those for the first little bit while I am gaining some CP and gaining some strength. But by the time I'm done doing my grind, I will be doing all of the battles, gaining all of the CP that I can. And yeah, I will go ahead and take care of that off screen right now. And when we come back, I will have all of my roles mastered for right now. But until then, I'll be back. Alright everyone, so we are back after doing some Crystarium grinding, and as you can see here in the Crystarium, Sazh has 3 ability scores, 1 HP and 1 strength node. Ravager, he has all of those guys, and then Synergist, he has all of those, and it's going to be the same story for Vanille. And running through like this, we got an extra, let's say 630 CP for both of these characters, and that's going to help us a lot moving on past our next Crystarium upgrade. And unfortunately, because I had to do some things on my side to get the recording starting, I have to fight these guys again. But that's no big deal. We can take care of them real easily now. The bombs, however, do still have a chance to self-destruct, which is obnoxious, but it's really no big deal. Yep, just like that. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch on over to Undermine. Same tactic we were doing before. We got a shell. Can we get a deep protect on him? Or is Vanille going to be worrying about the other one? Looks like Vanille's more worried about the other one, so let's go ahead and go to a War and Peace. There we go. There's that that deep protect. Heal ourselves on up. And come on, Vanille. There we go. Now switch on over to Dual Caster. Get this first guy staggered so that we can move on to the second one after we take care of this guy. Yeah, so here in the beginning stages of the game, you won't really feel like you are powering up all that much, but you will be. Like Vanille, if everything goes properly, I've seen her do over 1,000 damage on one of these Pulsework soldiers. So things do add up, even if they are just little minute increments that they seem to increase. So even outside of keeping current with all of our Crystarium, just do your best to make sure you are powering up, because like 10 score increases of like a +4, that's going to be an extra 400 in that particular skill, whatever it might be. And if you miss even half of those, that brings that down immensely. So please, for your enjoyment of the game, unless you are into punishing yourself, please keep up on your Crystarium. You don't necessarily need to go out of your way to grind, but I find that's the way I like playing games. So I will go ahead and take those breaks from time to time. But anyway, moving on up.
You must be tired, huh?
We have what looks like a cutscene.
We gotta sleep somewhere. This look okay?
Yeah. Fine by me. All set. Okay, good night.
Not a care in the world.
Oh!
What?
Do not cross this line. Understood?
Grow up.
And good night again.
You just go to sleep already. Still a kid.
Couldn't run if you wanted to.
Look at you! Wonder what's under the hood of that thing.
Keep your pants on. You'll get a peek soon enough. Just try and behave.
I'm not gonna make any promises.
Cheeky boy, aren't you? We'll see how long that lasts.
He's come to meet you. Halt!
You must be Snow. Sid Raines, Brigadier General of the fleet.
Hi, Sid. Thanks for the escort.
Apologies. I just had a few questions to ask you. If it works like they tell us, that means she must have fulfilled her focus.
Sarah!
Fulfilled her focus. As a tainted pulse l'Cie, that is.
You think she was out to hurt Cocoon?
I'd hardly be alone if I did. When it comes to Pulse, who could claim to know anything? I need the truth, for the sake of Cocoon.
The sake of Cocoon. We're from Cocoon. Shipping us out, purging innocent people. That's how you lend us a hand?
Those are the Sanctum's methods. The public fears what it doesn't know. It's grown tired of living in constant terror of these threats from the world below. So, the Sanctum devised a plan for you, l'Cie.
I'll bet.
A public execution. The people don't know any better. Strike down the phantoms before their eyes, and they sleep like babes.
No!
The Sanctum has intelligence on the other l'Cie already. It's only a matter of time.
You'll never catch them.
I see. We'll need your help then, won't we?
Sarah. You're kidding, right?
I mean it.
You can't drop the breakup bomb like that. Being alone's all right, I guess. Yep. Always was until we met. Then we did. And now I know there's something better. Being with you. We've come too far to quit now.
It's not your choice.
You really want to leave me?
I don't want to. I have to. Listen, it's over. Please, just stay away from me.
What happened? At least tell me that. If it was something I did, Just say it.
Okay. Look. Branded by Pulse. I'm a Lassie.
No.
Enemy of Cocoon. Danger to us all. Get it now? You're my enemy. Goodbye.
Sarah! Sarah, where are you?
Alright, so after the cutscene, we gain control of Snow in his memory bank, and unfortunately we are unable to access his Crystarium, but if we look down, we see that he has 8,052 CP to spend. Very nice. But let's go ahead and explore Bodum a little bit. There's really nothing for us to grab in here, but if you want to run through this little beachside resort, feel free to do so. We are going to go directly into the little tiki bar and talk.
What's with the long face? You and Sarah have a fight?
And Sarah's not in here, so let's go ahead and move on out to the dock, where I know she wasn't before, but now that we've talked to the bartender, she is.
Sarah! What is your focus? Lassie have a focus, right? I'll go with you, help you do it. Just let me.
No! If you're with me, the
I
Sanctum
will be with you. No matter what. We've come too far to quit now.
I don't know. I don't know my focus. I'm gonna be a monster.
Not if I'm here. I'll protect you. We'll figure this out. Do it together, okay?
Okay. If it's true what they say,
Yeah?
when we're finished, I'll turn to crystal.
Don't worry. When the Sea complete their focus, they're blessed with the gift of eternity. They wouldn't call it eternity if you died. You'll see. You and me will always be together.
Even if death was all that she had waiting, nothing would have changed. Sarah was brave enough to face it.
Vanille, how do you know that? That makes no sense for you to know that. But anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of this episode. We will pick up next time. I believe we actually get control of Lightning and Hope in the next episode. So go ahead and join us back here for that. But until then, guys, this is Fam52 signing out, and peace out.